How would you explain NEWM in 30 seconds? And go.
Okay. Beyond describing what it does and fractionalizing royalties and blockchain and all of that, when I think about what it is at its heart, I think it's an equalizer. That's how I look at it. Coming into an industry that has been built off the backs of artists and exploiting their work, and the people who make the industry what it is not being the ones who are benefiting the most from it and their success in it is unfair. So I think NEWM is really coming in to bring things more into balance and make sure artists and fans have a seat at the table so that everyone can benefit from the music industry, and not just men in boardrooms who are looking at a bottom line.
So, how did you end up here?
I was working at Walmart at the time, and it was a lot of time. I had just enough time to do Walmart and run the stake pool I was running. But yeah, it was a tough conversation, and then pretty soon after that, I left Walmart. Yeah, it seemed to me to be a really interesting and challenging project, and I like challenges, and that's kind of how I ended up at NEWM. Is like, oh, this is a fun project. It's challenging.
And you like music.
They have a good, real problem to solve, and that's what I was looking for. Is I wanted a real thing that crypto could solve.
Yes, and I do remember you getting very excited about that. Which honestly, that to me, I was going, oh, he's in it for the haul. Like, I'm
in it for the tech. I was really in it for the tech.
Yeah, like you. If anybody's questioning Andrew's motivations or motivators, no, he's in it for the tech. I loved it though, because I realized when I was talking to you, I was going, this man is about to completely uproot his life and do this, to come on board with this. This is really real. And that's really what that for me personally. I mean, we already had 3 people, but it was just going, okay, there's more people coming on and they're making life adjustments. And I know I had made a life adjustment and had moved, or almost had moved at that point. But it just, for me, that was the gravity of the situation of, okay, this is no longer just an idea. There are people that really believe in this, and it's not crazy, and they're willing to put time and effort and resources into it. So
yeah, the other thing that sold me on joining up was I asked you, can I pick my team? And that was the thing. Like, I had never worked a project where I got to choose my own team. And that was what was unique about NEWM, is everybody we brought on board was somebody I had worked with in the past. And so we were able to bring on a really, really stellar tech team. And it's been a blast since then.
Well, I do believe that was probably my second smartest decision, outside of just asking you as the first one, but the second one being yes, that truly, because I think you hit the nail on the head. It's like the quality of people that we were able, and by we I mean you, were able to bring into orbit to help make this happen. That it was like I felt like it was like Avengers Assemble. It's what it kind of looked like to me. So
yeah,
at least
and the project kind of sold itself. I knew people from my circles, time at Nike. I knew people from my time at Walmart that, we had casual conversations over, kombucha in the break room. So I knew they were kind of into the space. And then just the idea of like, oh, a real thing that will really use the tech. It's not just a speculative play with money thing. And yeah, a lot of them were just like, okay, where do I sign up? Like, I'll put in some evenings and weekends on this thing and get it going. And
do you have like a goosebump moment that you can remember since we started? Like one moment where you felt like...
Yeah, I think a couple. I think when we were at the Cardano Summit in Dubai, and we were part of the Battle of the Builders pitch. That was a really cool moment.
Yeah, that's the same for me.
That was a really cool moment.
When he started the video and the sound came on. Yeah,
Yes.
that's for me. That's like I think about it and I still get goosebumps. That's for me. That was like, oh my god, we did something really cool.
Yeah, I think people are excited too, and that was a cool moment.
Yeah.
I did have another moment that, but I can't say which person it was. But I was on a call with an artist that's interested, discovering new platforms, and he's a pretty big artist that I listened to or went to gigs in the past, when I was a little younger, maybe 15 years ago and whatever. That was also a very cool moment for me. And yeah, I think those are like two moments that I can like off the top of my head that come to mind.
Yeah, it's funny because those are the moments where all of our online work kind of flows over to the real world, right? When you are in real world settings, like at an event, talking to people, etc., and you suddenly realize, oh, okay, this is happening and it has an impact. And that's why also for me it was like seeing the NEWM Studio launch video on a huge screen with like full music blasting, and I was there and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Like that's what we are doing. And it never feels like it when you're working on your small computer. And then when you kind of get some perspective, you see what's actually happening and what we're actually doing. And it's reassuring. Also.
Yeah, it's reassuring. And it was also nice to see the change of energy maybe from the first summit we went to 2022, where we were still kind of the new kids on the block. And then in 2023, like everyone knew about NEWM, and that excitement that is building. And I think throughout 2024, we were able to keep that. And this is also now the year where all the products, the core products, from our ecosystem are launching. So it's pretty exciting to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you most excited about right now that like we're working on?
Well, I think it's a little bit kind of obvious, like the next biggest thing that we're about to drop. You recently shared with us the possibility to test our marketplace, and that's so freaking exciting, especially because just seeing, I'm a fan, even though I love music and I played music when I was younger. Just being able to access that universe and that part of the narrative, because we've been very focused, of course, on artists, and that's always going to be our main ideal, right? But just it's starting to explore that fan part of the puzzle, I think is super exciting. And especially just being able to be a part of the career of the artist. I think that's the coolest shit ever. Anyway, what about you?
So
do you have like this bird eye view? Or
I do. I think for me, what I'm looking forward to most about what's upcoming, one, just getting the mobile app out there. I think it's another avenue for others to find NEWM. It is very fan-centric in that sense, but that's good because we want to be able to pull them and then show them the marketplace, show, if they are an artist themselves,
get them in the ecosystem,
right? And I think that the solution that we'll offer of having a very easy place to play all of your music NFTs is an awesome thing that doesn't exist very cleanly right now. So that'll be new. But it's going to be like this little gateway portal into the NEWM ecosystem. It's like another entry point. And right now there's very much just one. And so I'm kind of looking forward to having that entry, because then we can connect to the record store directly, or like we can use the mobile app for a lot of different things. And so I'm excited to see that grow. I'm excited for the first version, but I guess as product lead, like I'm trying to think 9 months out at all times. It's like I'm excited for what that's going to offer.
Yeah, but if there was one thing that you could tell, I don't know, if you could tell everyone, your friends, the world, who is, what would it be? Like the one thing about NEWM?
One thing.
Only one.
Now I'm thinking about the claim. Yeah, even if you are an artist or a music lover, I think if you want to change something or choose the opportunity to change something, then come to NEWM. Maybe something like this. Does this work?
Yeah.
Or what would you say? Just one thing. I think also the company inside tries to find new ways how a company should work. So with a lot of respect, a lot of teamwork. I think that's also one thing to mention about NEWM.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I was kind of leaning towards like, I don't think something like transparency or something, because I see what we do on the Discord channel regarding like support. And I see like a bunch of our team, like Marcos and so forth, being completely transparent on what our plans or our intentions on what we do on the product are.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I don't know, it kind of feels, it's so common for me to send an email to a company and I just get that Control-C, Control-V response that it's clearly like a bot responding. I don't know. I actually feel that NEWM is really trying to take care of those small artists, and I don't know, yeah.
Mhm.
And in position, we're really eager to hear what the people have to say. So how many? It's kind of hard to say actually just one thing. I'm gonna say just transparency.
One thing you could tell the world about NEWM, what would it be?
If you want to help move the music industry into a direction that is more community-based and supportive around the artists and the fans, then come join NEWM. Either be part of the team because we're an open source project, or just putting your music on our platform, or just following our like social and just being a part of that community to help foster this kind of growth to just that new experience.
So what's the one thing you would tell the world about NEWM? One sentence. Come on, sum it up.
NEWM is a family. NEWM has the vision of bringing together the smartest people in the industry around the globe, form and spearhead the change in the music industry. And this can be only done if there is a lot of trust that we can do it, that everyone do their job. We are 60 plus people in 10 different countries, though I think we formed something which can really left behind a dent. Yeah, maybe I give the question back to you, Jess. What is there one thing you could tell the world about NEWM? What would it be?
I think I will take it personal. I would say that NEWM was the one thing that kind of gave me hope for like a future of people caring about other people, like a world that could be more fair in industry, that could be more fair of people who actually care. So it was, yeah, quite a bit personal to me taking the job here and being here now for 3 years, over 3 years. I think also Cardano like really gave that, like it gave us that ability to be more fair with these things. So yeah, it was the first time in a very long time that I saw an industry or a company or a project like try to do something for the greater good. And I know that sounds so like cringe, but yeah, I mean, I think a lot of companies try that or give the perception that like it's something for the greater good and, you know, invest in this or like be a part of this because it can make the world a better place. And then the veil is lifted and you see underneath and you're like, okay, so it's the same shit, different day. But yeah, I think that is one thing. There are people behind this project. There are people who truly believe in like making the world a more fair place, and that's been cool. And it's not just the people who work on the project. Like NEWM is a community, and that's what it comes down to. It's an entire community of people who believe that this can make the world a more fair place. So
and I think this brings a lot of hope, doesn't it, about the world itself. As long as we only have this planet, we have to take care of it. And we have to take care of the people who are living on this planet. And I think that's something which gave me hope to see that we have grown to a much large community which really care about the musicians, really care about helping these people. And that's wonderful.
I totally agree. And I think that is a great point for us to end this on.
Yes, it is. The beauty about it will be cutted, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will be put together. We're gonna keep that part in.
I'm not stressed.
All righty.
Are you asking the question? Is it just a dialogue between you and me?
We ask each other. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's very hard. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're a little bit
It's not.
pixel, but
But I think we did it okay.
And see.
So I think we probably already talked for quite some time.
Marcos.
Cutting out